Okay, here we go. So we're still kind of doing big details, moving into medium details. The big details we're using the inflate brush to go to your brush size and inflate out and bulk out and try to fix the anatomy. And then we were also using the move brush to move the anatomy around where you can fix the anatomy. He has scoliosis, so let's fix that. And then there's certain tricks that you can do along the way while you're fixing the general biggie stuff. And one of them is holding down your shift and control key. And with that, you can basically hide portions. And if you hold down the shift and control key and click, it'll unhide it. So, let's say I wanted to just, like get to the body and these arms or something were in the way, or I don't know. We'll just do that. So I can kind of like hide that, and then to click and drag again, you'll reverse the order, and I can kind of get in there and get his guts and get his sides without the arm getting in the way. So if you hold on Control Shift and click, it unhides it. If you hold on Control, click, and drag a green box around it, that will hide everything but what you drag the green box around. But if you click and drag while holding down Control Shift outside of it like this, it'll reverse the hidden part. So it's pretty handy. Later we're going to get into masking, so that we can kind of like just do specific areas. And with masking, we can mask off areas like that and only affect that area or that area, and we can do other things to it. All right. So I also went over dynamesh, and we're going to do that this week. And dynamesh is specifically for the medium detail. Oh, we also, sorry, before I get into that, we went over clay buildup, and clay buildup allows you to like add material in there where you need it, and you can basically hold down the shift key and get to your auto polish brush. This is a good way if you did a Triceratops or Stegosaurus and you didn't bring out those fins in the block model, which we didn't really do. And so you kind of want to build up a little bit of material here. You can go to intensity and bring up my brush size. Okay. And then you can just kind of polish it so that you have like a thing, like a started area. And so once you get that started, if you didn't include it in the block model, and then now it's too late to do that, you can go over to geometry and go down to dynamesh. And dynamesh will allow you to add to the grid. When I click on this under transform, you can kind of see the polymesh. And we're in the zillions of pixel or polygons right now. And so when I go to dynamesh and I go down here to resolution, right there, resolution, you can change it to a higher res. I'm just going to go 1600. You can click on dynamesh, it turns gold, and then to I'm going to go, well, maybe we'll leave it on. And then to remesh it, you hold down your command key and click and drag. But what I'm going to do is, while you can still, while dynamesh is still on, we're going to go over here and start just trying to move with the move brush some big areas of that little area that I use clay buildup. And you can see as I stretch it out, I'm stretching out the resolution. Okay, this is what dynamesh does. Is as you stretch it out, I'm not doing the best job of it. You can see I'm kind of getting all leafy and mushroomy, but I'm trying to just demonstrate what it would look like as you stretch out the resolution. You know, the wings and other appendages and all kinds of different stuff. And so the further you stretch this out, the further you're stretching out the resolution. And it starts getting really crunchy and really jagged and just really bad, okay? Because you're stretching out that mesh, okay? If I were to go to transform and turn off that, you can see it's getting all zigzaggy and whatever. Now, while we're still looking at what dynamesh does, is it allows you to turn it on, you change your resolution, is you hold down the command key and you just click and drag outside of it, and it will remesh the entire thing. And so you see how like the thing I was dragging out now has a new resolution, which I can then, you know, hold down my shift key and get in there and smoothen it up and stuff like that. At this point, I'm going to turn off the mesh because it's kind of getting in the way. But that's how you can drag out like different appendages and horns and all that kind of crap. If you didn't, dorsal fins and whatever, flippers, whatever your tentacles that you didn't do. More or less, we like to do that with the snake hook brush if we're going to do like some horns. And remember, you can see I have symmetry on. Symmetry only works well while it's symmetrical. As soon as you start like doing one side more than the other, symmetry doesn't line up anywhere anymore, and then you'll start getting weird stuff. I'm on the snake hook brush here. So with the snake hook brush, I can kind of start, you know, dragging out some horns. Those aren't the best horns. Let's try to do some bitter horns. Ooh, it's a Cowosaurus. All right. And so I am, if you notice when I do the snake hook, you are going to stretch out the resolution, and you can, you know, keep snake hooking, and eventually the resolution's crap. It just becomes like, it's like wrinkled tinfoil. So what do? We go to dynamesh. We still have it set. It's still on. The gold means it's on. You hold down the command key, click and drag, and ta-da! It's now remeshed. And you can just get in there with your smooth brush, and I'm going to turn off. Smoothing it out. I can move it around. Do whatever I'm going to do to it. Okay. So that's how we get all that extra detail with little things like that adding to the main model of dynamesh. So dynamesh is going to be critical for your medium stuff, because on your medium stuff you're going to be adding things like that, and you're going to be stretching it around and adding scales and things of that nature. When we get to the small details, we're going to be working on smaller scales and teeth, but dynamesh might be really good for teeth. So like, how would I start dragging out teeth? Well, if you just paid attention to what I was teaching you, I might hold down the shift and control key and try to, let's turn it back on, shift and control key, And the shift and control key brings up this, but you also have that one, and which is a lasso, so it's kind of a little bit handier. So I could go in there and hold down shift and control and kind of lasso the area that I want to hide instead of the rect. So that was the select. That's what it's on as a default. And so shift control, and then just hit OK to that. When you're going to do the snake hook brush, it'll automatically go back. So you can kind of like start snake hooking in some teeth if you want to do it that way. And you might be stretching out the detail, so you go to dynamesh, command drag off to the side, don't touch anything, and it remeshes it. You also have a brush that's good for medium. That's chisel creature, chisel organic. Let's go to chisel creature. Chisel creature has I think it has some teeth in there somewhere. Oh, there we are, teeth. So we'll go to that tooth. So I guess I need to hold down Control Shift again and lasso this bottom area so that's what it shows me. Now if I want to get to the top area, I hold down Shift Control and click and drag, and it will show me the top area. And with Transform Symmetry on, I could go over to some of these pre-built brushes and drag out some pretty groovy, already established teeth. Alright, and then I hold down Control Shift, excuse me, and drag again. It goes down here to this one. I mean, I'm making him way too big, but whatever. It's not like he has a dentist, and it's going to be a problem. Okay, so then we hold down Control Shift Click, and now I got a jaw full of groovy teeth. You also have like some interesting eyeballs up here under Chisel Creature. I don't particularly think they're all that bitchin', but some are cool. We have Chisel 3D, which has a bigger eyeball. So I'm just got to rotate it. And there are some, I thought there was a nostril somewhere. Oh, there are, but they're like snouts. Maybe not in here, maybe in Chisel or Organic. Let's try that. Chisel. It's like a whole face in there. Mouth. I don't know what all this other crap is. Anime eyes. Oh, there's a lot in that one. I don't think I've played with that one before. Chisel Creature. Let's see. We have a snout. We got some ears, some spikes. I think the teeth actually make better a nostril. Okay, so look, I mean, just screwing around with this, I got a lot of detail in there, and I can start fine-tuning that and adding smaller scales when we get to our smaller stuff. So medium things, yeah. Using dynamesh and select and hide. And then later when we do the small details, I'll teach you about masking. And you'll have a lot of stuff in your tool, your arsenal now, if you can start remembering these things. And you'll do some kickbutt stuff. All right, so see you in class.